Hey guys, what's up? And welcome back to Flixet. Spider-Man is a fictional superhero created by writer and editor Stan Lee. He first appeared in the anthology comic book Amazing Fantasy number 15 in the Silver Age of comic books. He appears in American comic books published by Marvel Comics, as well as in numerous of movies, television shows, and video game adaptations set in the Marvel universe. It took Marvel Studios and Kevin Feige long enough, but now we finally know what's happening in Phase 4, less than a month after Spider-Man Far From Home officially brought to an end of Phase 3. Feige took the stage of the cavernous Hall H at Comic-Con on July 20th to delight the crowd with a series of huge announcements. Phase 4 officially starts with Black Widow on May 1st, 2020, so that's almost a year you'll have to deal without a new Marvel movie. We're still reeling from Natasha Romanoff's death in Avengers Endgame, but Feige promised that now was the right time to delve into her past and show side of her that we haven't seen before. In today's video, we're going to put some light on when the Spider-Man producer confirmed Sinister Six, and we'll explain the Marvel Phase 4 news. But before we start, I want you to hit that red subscribe button to enter a monthly shout giveaway. Just comment down below saying I subscribed, we'll enter you into the giveaway. If the Spider-Man Far From Home media release in any indication, a future with the Sinister Six could still be in the works. During a featurette discussing the villain Spider-Man, played by Tom Holland, has battled in his two Marvel Cinematic Universe solo outings, Spider-Man producer Amy Pascal made sure to point out most of the villains have been part of the Sinister Six at one point or another in the comics. As she was talking, the featurette showed clips of the plethora of baddies introduced in Spider-Man Homecoming, plus Jake Gyllenhaal's Mysterio from Far From Home. These villains we now have in our universe happens to be characters that are in the Sinister Six, Pascal says. There may be something that happens with that at one point. Sony had commissioned a Sinister Six script from former Daredevil bossman Drew Goddard, one in which the studio was reportedly very impressed with. In Homecoming, fans were introduced to Vulture, Shocker, Tinkerer, and Scorpion. Then of course, Gyllenhaal's Mysterio would make it 5 total villains, though many fans might suggest Tinkerer is too small of a villain to include in the iconic villain team-up. If that's the case, some other major Spidey villains that may have yet to appear in the MCU include Doc Ock, Rhino, Kraven, Electro, and the real Sandman, amongst others, should Marvel and Sony choose to use any of them. This is the movie to look out for if you're, as you should be, in love with Spider-Man villains. Sinister Six is a cool lineup of villains ranging from Dr. Octopus to Electro, Mysterio, Sandman, Kraven the Hunter, and Vulture. The six get together to take down Spider-Man. A Sinister Six team-up was teased when Spider-Man Homecoming's Vulture is taken down, because in the comics he meets a fellow villain in prison. Villains we've seen in Spider-Man films include the Shocker, Tinkerer, and Scorpion. Characters we haven't seen in the MCU yet include Doc Ock, Rhino, Kraven the Hunter, Electro, and Sandman. While we have no confirmation as to which villains will make it into the Big Six, we're thrilled nonetheless. The comics are full of Spidey villain possibilities, and now it looks like it's all about to translate to the big screen. Now, one of these films is closer to making it to the big screen than the other. Word in the neighborhood is that we might have ourselves a Sinister Six movie, and it might be heading straight for the MCU, which would be Phase 4. The chances of this happening are revived with a recent discussion Spider-Man Far From Home producer Amy Pascal had. As per reports in comicbook.com, she talked about Spider-Man villains. She then went on to highlight all the glimpses we've got of all the villains in the film starring Tom Holland. We've had Vulture and Mysterio leading the lot. They are both a part of the same criminal ensemble, and it'll be exciting to see where their arcs lead up to in the MCU. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our future videos. Also, be sure to watch the 2 videos that you are seeing on screen right now, because I'm sure you'll love them. With that said, I'll see you in the next video.